and welcome to week 3 of our class. We're about halfway through now, so you'll be finished with this run of social media and communication classes. And I hope we've kind of all started to make some of what we've been trying to accomplish in this series clear to you, that communications is the wave of the future. If any of you ever saw the movie The Graduate, Dustin Hoffman is told back in the 50s, the wave of the future is plastics. Well, now this is the 2010s, and the wave of the future is communication. And that's where we hope you're going to get out of this, and some of you might make a career in it: marketing communications, social media communications, public relations, advertising. It's all there for you. So in week 3, we get into a question from your reading in chapter 5 about Malcolm Gladwell's book. We talk about socially contagious connectors. And that instead of pandering to the masses, we should focus on opinion leaders. Do you remember back in one of our previous classes, we talked about the 1-9-90 rule? Remember about the 1%, the 9%, and the 90% who we really shouldn't waste any time on? The problem becomes in social media, if you look at your own followers on Facebook, and you look at the 1%, the problem becomes, how do you define the 1%? Who is the 1% on there you should be influencing? Who can spread your message, whatever that happens to be? And that becomes the same problem for companies, is trying to figure out who those 1% are that they want to influence. So you're going to be writing on that a little bit today. You've got 2 assignments. Your week 3 assignment is actually on chapter 6 when we talk about marketing research. So you're going to be looking at gathering relevant information, and this is going to be personal. It's write about a company that you purchased from, okay, that may now be using data. Maybe they're mailing something to you. Maybe they're sending cards out to you. Maybe they're asking you for surveys. I travel a lot for a living, so I'm constantly getting surveys electronically from the companies about how was my stay at the different hotels. So that's what you're going to be looking at as far as the assignment. For the homework, you're back to chapter 5 on the different components of communications. Remember, it showed you in there the very simple model of the sender, the message, the receiver. Then it goes on to talk about all the different types of models and how we've switched from the old funnel message of one person sending something out to a bunch of people. Now it can be the other way around. It can be several people down to one person. So you're going to look at 4 of the different models: the single step, 2-step, multi-step, and multi-step nonlinear. So think about each one of those communications that a business would engage in. Think about what would be most effective for their message. Kind of break it down. You might actually consider looking at a different, and I think you're going to have to really, is think about looking at a different company for each method. And remember, in this first week, we've been talking about the different types of businesses. We talked about for-profits. We talked about non-profits. We've even talked a little bit about government agencies. So that should help you kind of spread out a little bit and look for some resources. So good week this week as far as work and new assignments. And if you have any questions, please give me a shout. Thanks.